Hello, my name is Kevin and this is Tabulo. Imagine this, you're a student in class and professor just switched to a slide with a massive block of text and a complex diagram. Instinctually, you begin copying down the content, but before you can finish copying, the professor switches slides. You missed a few points, but worse, you didn't have time to process what the professor said. From here, you fall behind and can't understand the next slide since you didn't understand the previous one. You end up lost for the next hour. When did our classroom experience become like this? More importantly, how can we solve this? What is our ideal experience? What if we challenge the conventional note-taking process and instead allowed students to take personal snapshot notes directly over the teacher's lesson? We enable this by combining the platform teachers use to teach with the platform students use to take notes. That way, students don't need to waste time copying down the content on a slide, freeing students to pay attention and engage with the materials by participating in class discussions and asking thoughtful questions. New research corroborates. Study after study shows that the best way to learn is to listen to examples, ask questions, and make connections. Contrary to popular opinion, taking notes gets in the way of that level of cognitive engagement with the materials at hand. Writing out notes funnels focused on isolated points rather than the big picture. Here's our product. Here's the teacher's lesson and tools they can use while teaching. And here's the student view. They have their own personal copy of the slide and can write additional snapshot notes on it without affecting the teacher's or any other student's view. They can spatially orient their notes next to relevant diagram or bullet points for context and interact with the material by drawing connections between points on the slide. Now they can actually listen to the professor and absorb real-world examples by the professor to reinforce their understanding. Students can hear the real-world example, process it, and jot down their insight on their snapshot note to make meaningful connections. This is the new learning experience Tabulo enables. Here are the current solutions on the market. They all fit in either the teaching category or the note-taking category, but our biggest competitor isn't a note-taking app or a teaching software like the ones on here, but in action. Most of the time, teachers simply just present with PowerPoint slides, and students handwrite notes out on a piece of paper. I'm not competing against these brands. It's people not using anything. So how do we convince them to use our software? The crux will be organic word-of-mouth engagement. We plan on forming a marketing team focused on educating users about our product and a sales team focused on a relationship with each client. We hope to delight educators with this new classroom experience so they'll be willing to open up and share their new discoveries with other educators in the environment. We conducted a top-down analysis of our market. Tabulo fits in the current $145 billion market in online resources that public schools and universities purchase. We've adopted a freemium model. This allows us to bring in the most customers, grow quickly, and have the greatest social good impact. When the school adopts us, we'll charge an extra $2 per student. And this is our projected revenue. Why us? We've gone through a year of growing pains, gaining experience on the developing and outreach ends. From each iteration of Tabulo with the tech stack from then to now, we've learned valuable insights, such as the importance of version control and delicate balance between flexibility and scalability. We also have a track record of success in speaking with customers. Notably, we've met with the CTO of Montgomery County Public Schools, home to over 150,000 students. This is our path going forward. We'll finish coding the Snapshot Note edition. Learning from our past experiences, we'll take our time coding a scalable and flexible code base, resume talks, and hire team members to give demos and teach educators how to use our product.